and Kelly Bloss. We're coming to you today via YouTube to talk to you a little bit about mandated reporting and reporting abuse and neglect. So Ms. Bloss will be talking about mandated reporting in Minnesota, and then we'll go through the process of reporting abuse and neglect via phone and also written form, both of which are required. Kelly?
Thanks. So, mandated reporters are people who have regular contact with vulnerable populations, such as students who are minors, and therefore are legally required to ensure a report is made to Child Protective Services when abuse is observed or suspected. So, as staff in a high school, we are all mandated reporters. And with the holidays coming up, we may see an increase of reports from students as they don't feel comfortable or safe spending long periods of time in their home or community over the holiday season. So this is just a refresher, as many of you know that we're mandated reporters, but just it's always good to refresh the stipulations and how to go about making the report, and just reminding you that we're here to support you in that. For the mandated reporting, when a student makes a report to you where you suspect abuse or neglect in the home, you have 24 hours from that time to make a verbal report to Child Protective Services, and you have 72 hours, excluding weekends and holidays, to submit a written report to Child Protective Services. You must do both.
And ideally, it would be done at the same time. So you would make a call and then immediately afterwards file that written report. And if you're in class or there's some sort of coverage issue, please contact someone in administration or counseling or in the wellness center. So we can cover that class for you, and you can go ahead and make that report and get some support from other people in the building to help you with that.
Absolutely.
Kelly, should we go over the process of calling it in?
Sure.
Okay. So if you go to the website, we'll go back to Google. Just type in Washington County CPS. If you want to, you can put Minnesota in there, and it'll be the same thing that comes up. Washington County official website, and it'll look just like this. It'll give you a general number to call during office hours, which is generally when we're in school, and then an office hours number. And you'll speak to a person, and you need to record their name regarding who the person you spoke with. Did I leave anything out?
You got it. Yep.
All right. And then underneath that, a written report, there's a referral of suspected child abuse or neglect form. And you click on that, and it'll come up with a lot of information. Usually it's always the student's information, who's making the report, and giving the details, objective details of what was reported that was going on. And all of this has to be typed in, and then at the bottom it'll be submitted. So we're going to go through a little bit of what's required, and then finish up.
Yeah, so the primary information, typically we just pull it from campus when we're making reports. So we suggest go to the child's campus page, get their parent guardianship information, their address, and then you'll answer two questions. One is the parent or guardian aware of the report, and is the child aware of the report? Typically, the parent will not be aware of the report, and it's not your job to call and let them know that you're making this report. But for the student, we typically do want them to be aware that we're looking out for their safety, and that we're making this report out of concern and in good faith for them. You'll indicate who you spoke to at social services, that you made that phone call. So again, as Jonathan said, take down their name when you speak with them, and then give more information about the alleged perpetrator. This portion is required with your information. You will remain anonymous by giving this information. It's so that they can contact you if they need more details, and they'll also send you a letter in the mail here to the school if you use our school address to let you know what happened with the case. And at the bottom, these questions are optional. If you know the student well and know some positives in the family, some supports that are in place for the student, or if you know anything about siblings and their situations, you can certainly answer these questions to provide more background for the caseworker who takes the case.
Yeah, so thanks, Kelly. With this form and calling in, you can't do anything wrong in this because they're going to vet everything that's presented via the phone and via the written report. So put in what you can in the report. If you have information in this bottom part, that's only serves to give them more information that they can act on. Mm-hmm. And then you submit the form, and they'll give you errors that you need to refill, complete. And then once you do that, I advise you print a copy for yourself and keep that in a secure location, and then submit the form. And once that's done, you've done what you needed to as a reporter. Certainly alert counselors and administration if they're not already involved to let them know that you filed this. And but for now, you're finished with the process.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, thank you for all you do to keep our students safe. We appreciate it.
Thanks.